Hello and welcome to another new edition of Loosetooth Reviews. If you want to know why it was a new edition, go back and watch Star Trek Section 13 review, and then you'll know. I don't really want to go explaining it again, although the amount of time I've taken here, I probably could have done that. You won't watch that video. So I've got a little script. I have written down my general thoughts on it, whatnot. We will get into it. I will probably deviate from that and probably keep looking over here. The Predator is one of the most iconic characters in all of cinema, but unlike the acid-blooded ant colony of the xenomorphs, every Predator is different. The only thing they have in common is they are all hunters. That is their one goal in life. It's why Arnie can claim victory in the jungle and then still cause Danny Glover no matter of grief. Cool. Since that initial outing in 1987, none of them have really hit the mark. They've all tried, they've all done the right things, all the steps have made sense, moving from the jungle to the concrete jungle, crossing over with the Alien franchise, but it wasn't until 2022's Prey, where they got rid of all the modern warfare. It's the kind of thing you wouldn't have expected had the rest of the franchise not kind of lost steam. They're like, we've still got this property, how can we do something different, how can we connect with the audience? Boom. I mean, the result was a movie that is, in my opinion, equal to the original Arnold Schwarzenegger outing in almost every way except for that iconic muscle man handshake. In between Prey and the forthcoming Predator Badlands, director Dan Trachtenberg has knocked out this little secret animated gem. Like a trilogy of historic Predator entanglements. There's a Viking warrior in snowy Scandinavia. There's two feuding brothers in feudal Japan. And like a dogfight during World War II. Spoilers! The three stories, which is not a complete spoiler because it is alluded to in the trailer. All three stories actually come together in the end for the finale, and there is a revelation that does actually change all the other films. And if you know, you know. But I'm not going to tell you here. Let's be honest, most anthology movies suck. All the parts are never as good as each other. There's always one that lets it down. It's very rare that you get a really good anthology movie. But when they go use that format to explore the mythology and history and different aspects of a franchise, it can actually work really well, like it did in the Animatrix, where it explored literally all the different facets of that world. Killer of Killers could only really have worked in animation, not just for the scale. I mean, you've got Scandinavian Vikings, you've got Japan, and you've got dogfights during World War II. Like, the budget for a live action film like this would have been huge. So no wonder it was just animated. And you couldn't have got the kills that you got. Budget wouldn't have allowed for them to be done as practical effects, just for the sheer volume there are, and CGI would have just looked awful, like it does in almost every film, even at this time. But Predator Killer of Killers is probably my favourite film of the year so far. Loosetooth rating, 5 stars. If you enjoyed that, why not check out Predator from 1987 for obvious reasons, and Prey from 2022 again for obvious reasons. And if Killer of Killers is your initial jumping off point from the Predator franchise, what have you been doing? I mean, it's not a bad start, but yeah, we're going to go into that. And the Animatrix from 2003, which is very different from the Predator movies, but is also a good example of an animated trilogy film that explores and expands the universe that it comes from. It's all those little conversations that you had with your mates on the way home, first time you saw The Matrix. All those, well, what about this? How did this happen? How did we get there? Why did the robots take over? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it was the end of the franchise. All the movies after that suck. But that shouldn't stop you from watching The Animatrix. Someday, I'll take this out of the box. A toy I've completely forgot I even owned.